Hello, good morning, and a very warm welcome to everyone to today's 1.1ness meditation session. For those of you who are new, my name is Matthew, and we've been running these half-hour meditation sessions for just over a year now. And the reason we started them is that many of us at One Point Consulting have a regular daily practice of meditation that we find really beneficial. So the idea came that it would be really nice to share insights and experiences of meditation and positive thinking and everything around that sort of arena with a much wider audience so that more people could benefit. And so 1.1ness was born from that. We've been really lucky because we've had some really excellent guest speakers over the last year. Very experienced meditators, and today is no exception. And I'd like to welcome Carolin, who's joining us from Berlin today. Carolin, if I can invite you to join us. Hi, very warm welcome to you. And
thank you, Matthew. Thanks.
Just a little introduction. So Carolin studied educational science, sociology, psychology and philosophy, and works at a trans-disciplinary research institute on sustainability science in Germany. In her work, she designs, facilitates and researches reflective dialogue formats for various stakeholders at the UN climate change conferences. Has also been part of delegations to UN conferences at the Commission on the Status of Women, and the inner dimension of transformative communication that she works with includes changing attitudes, worldviews, and perspectives. In addition to her professional work, Carolin draws on her experience of practicing Raj Yoga meditation since 1998, and she presently coordinates a meditation school in Berlin. Her special interest lies in the interconnectedness of inner and outer transformation. So how transforming and cultivating states of consciousness, attitudes, behaviors, and lifestyles can help make the transition towards a sustainable society. So there we go, Carolin. Today you're going to be talking with us on emerging feminine power. So looking forward to that, and I'll hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and hello, welcome everyone online. Emerging feminine power. It's a topic which actually I got in touch with quite young, all of a sudden, not being exposed to meditation and encountering this energy in a totally different context. And I will share this incident with you in a minute. I first would like to describe the feminine power a little bit, because it's probably different. It's very different than what we see in the world and understand in the world as power, because it's a silent power. It's gentle power, but it is very, very powerful. And it has a lot of transformative abilities. How do we encounter this power within us? And let me also mention that it's independently of male or female. Every one of us has this feminine power within. And it's emerging from a state of silence where we have the chance to get deeper in touch with our inner self, with a pure, true part of us, which is kind of uncluttered or undiverted from the influence of what's going on around us. And this part, which I call the inner truth, to touch that is like the source of which nurtures the power, the feminine power, to my understanding. It's of course also very much connected to love. a love, a true love, which goes beyond my kind of small area of work or my family. It's unlimited. It's a love, a genuine love for life, for the human family, for everything which is on this earth, all forms of life. And to touch that core, we will have a meditation to practice that afterwards. But it's like a very natural process when we are in touch with that, what is like very authentic within us, to emerge that energy. Another mechanism which happens in that process, the more we get in touch with our pure true self, is a very natural self-respect. It's a self-honor where we don't need to prove ourselves anymore. And that's also important in connection to power, because often power is used to prove ourselves or to, get our perspective, our opinions through. In the power I'm talking about, the feminine power, spiritual power, that's not necessary. I don't have the need to prove myself. I just am what I am, and I stand for, and I embody that more and more. I hope it doesn't sound overwhelming or too high and out of what we can do in a normal life, but it's something which grows silently. It can sometimes also be released by in special situations where maybe our truth is challenged. And that's what happened to me when I was a very young girl, around 16 years of age. I was very aware of what's going on in the world, what's kind of wrong in the world, and I wanted to change something and became a political activist. And I was at that time fighting against atomic energy here in Germany. I was in a huge demonstration where I saw a scene which I have never seen before, a scene of violence where politicians from all of the country, from different areas of Germany, had been gathering, and the activists also have been there from all over the country. And we were trying to stop the train with the atomic energy. And I was seeing that, and after I was kind of carried away by the police, I would stand next to it and observe all this kind of drama. And there were helicopters with water guns, and an old man was lying on the door, a farmer who was being beaten by a policeman. And that kind of shocked me totally, because I felt like we want to do something good. We want to protect our earth and the peace of the country against something very dangerous, atomic energy. And here we have no chance to do anything. We have a good intention and we have no chance. And then I saw this farmer being beaten, and that kind of triggered something within me where I was kind of transported in a different perspective and state of mind. I was seeing this whole scene, and I was starting a conversation with something higher, maybe you can say God, because in that time I didn't really believe in God, but I was talking to justice. And in this moment, when I called out for justice, it was like, it sounds a bit unusual. It was very unusual. It was like the sky is opening and a huge waterfall of light came towards me and filling me with love. And then I was looking at that policeman who was beating this farmer, and I saw his arrogance, but it was a mask he was wearing, like an arrogant artificial mask. And looking at him with that love and power which was suddenly inside of me, triggered by truth and justice, I could see beyond that mask, and I could see how beautiful that person actually is within. And that again emerged a lot of love inside of me, and I felt very connected. And I even had tears out of that, and beauty and being touched by the beauty of the person beyond the mask. And somehow this policeman recognized that something was going on inside of me, and he was looking at me, and we would stand towards each other, looking into each other's eyes. And that energy was so strong and so loving and connecting that I could see his face changing, like his mask was coming down, his arms would go down, and we would just look at each other as if we would be brother and sister. And this man couldn't do anything anymore. He couldn't beat anyone anymore. He was deeply touched, and that kind of was my introduction to the amazing potential of spiritual energy, of feminine power, which is there for us to access. But of course, I couldn't repeat that, not knowing anything about this energy, but I started to investigate and finally got to know Raj Yoga, meditation, and practice. And here I could see how it's possible to build this energy within us and to nurture it. And so now I like to invite you for a little meditation where each one of us can get in touch with that inner truth. Just sit peacefully and become calm, silent. I connect with that part in me which feels totally authentic. I let go of thoughts and any tension in my body or mind. I relax and sink into myself deeper and deeper. To the core of my being. I enjoy getting closer and closer to myself. And I allow my heart to be touched by the truth within. I can feel the purity and core of my being. And my heart opens towards myself, to who I really am. I hold this space inside myself. For the silent encounter with who I am. Here I feel safe. Here I feel comfortable, confident. And I also realize that my life is very valuable. It has a purpose. Being stabilized in my own self, I connect with all forms of life on this earth. I feel part of the human family. Being aware of the state of the world. My compassion reaches out everywhere. I hold a space inside myself. For my human family. And now I connect to a higher source of power. A divine source of power. I receive light and divine power. Allow it to flow through me into the world. This energy goes beyond justice even. It is able to touch the truth, the beauty in everyone. It connects any soul beyond nationality, gender, culture. It allows us to understand the heart of another. With the language of silence, of pure love, of compassion. Like a mother, I just see the need in any situation and person. And I understand what I can do. And just do it. It's not a matter of courage. Because there is no fear. But it's a matter of understanding what is needed. Like the mother knows what the child needs. And just does what is needed. A natural dedication to a core purpose of life. A natural dedication to my human family. Living my higher purpose automatically nurtures me too. I'm caring for myself like I care for others. And I don't need to be asked. I don't need permission. To do what's needed. What my heart and my inner truth tell me to do. I feel protected and connected with the divine. Om Shanti. Greetings of peace.
So thank you, Carolin, for such a wonderful session. Very, very powerful. Thank you for sharing that really, really extraordinary experience at the atomic protest. And it was really such a good example of emerging the feminine power, as you said, and the transformative effect it had. It's quite incredible. So thank you for sharing that. It's interesting you said that you couldn't repeat it, and then you got curious and started to explore, where it come from. Do you feel it's something that, because I think the world is slowly waking up to the need for this gentle but extremely powerful healing effect of the feminine side. But do you feel it's something anybody could tap into and learn through this practice of going into silence and meditation?
Yes, I do think that. It's just totally different to what is being understood as power in the world. So probably it's mainly through an experience where someone enacts this power or uses this power, or we get in touch when we start to meditate with that inner truth. Then it's a natural process. And I think then we can believe that this power is even more powerful than external power.
Yeah, and to be able to witness such a scene of in your case, to witness this scene of violence and yet be able to see through the, as you said, the mask of arrogance, the soul underneath was really beautiful. I mean, that's such rare perspective to be able to have. Is extremely powerful. If more of us can do the inner work and tap into that sort of healing power, I guess.
Yeah, it's beautiful if we get to the point where we can see beyond what is not nice or even ugly, violence, and see the truth, then that's the key, and we can talk to that part in the person.
Great, thank you, wonderful. I could speak for a long time, but we've run out of time. But it was such a lovely meditation and as well, and so thank you really for joining us today. And I'm sure everybody watching enjoyed that too. And next week we're back at the same time. We'll Bill Simo, who's joining us from Spain, and he's going to be talking on the path to inner freedom, another lovely topic. So in the meantime, you'll see in the YouTube chat, there's links to give feedback, and also you can view all the library of the previous 50 plus sessions on there. So please do share this amazing resource with your friends, colleagues, and family. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have not yet started or are just starting to explore the power of silence and meditation. So anything you can do to share insights, resources to that will be really beneficial, I'm sure. So look forward to seeing you all next week, same time. Have a great weekend. Thank you.